freckles. I already do. I thought there was a spider on my leg. Oh my god. My husband was just on the phone with me and he was telling me that a spider dropped on his hand. And so now, you know when you fucking talk about bugs and then you just start thinking about bugs and then you feel like something's crawling on you and you just want to fucking cry? That's me. Well, hello, my friends on YouTube. How you doing? How you doing? You doing pretty good? These freckles are easy as fuck to do. So if you have freckles, add to them. Let's do it. If you don't have freckles, that's fucking fine because we're gonna draw that shit on. Because if you don't fucking have it, just draw it on. I draw these eyebrows on. I have thin eyebrows, but I draw that shit on, so it's okay. Who cares? I actually have done my fake freckles in 2 other tutorials, but a lot of you guys possibly didn't see it. I don't know, but I decided I wanted to do a tutorial just specifically to my freckles so that you guys would know instead of having to watch like a whole other tutorial just to see the freckles. So here is just the freckles. I got your back. That's what you're here for. Let's talk about it. Let's fucking do it. I already do have some freckles. They do definitely show through my makeup a little bit. I don't know if you can really see them on camera right now. Let me see if I can zoom this bitch in. Do you see them? Are they showing? I hope they're showing. Freckles shine through and show the good people of YouTube. So about freckles, they come in many different sizes, shapes, colors. You know, they're not all perfectly round. Some are kind of fucked up looking and weird. I have one that almost looks like it could be shaped like a heart. But yeah, they're super random. So if you don't have any freckles, my advice to you would be to look at a picture of someone with freckles that you like how they look, you like how they're positioned, and go off of that. You don't have to obviously draw it perfectly like in the picture. So after all my talking, to start off, we're going to be using the chocolate Dipbrow. This is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. What we're gonna start doing is drawing them out. I always use my MAC 210 pencil. No, 210 brush, and this is just a very small thin liner brush. As you guys can see, I really like it. I have like 7 of these. They're fucking awesome. They're one of my favorites because they're so thin and little, and I like them thin and little. I'm gonna follow my freckles a little bit. My freckles, they have a lot more going on right here, and then they kind of branch out slowly across my eyes. You could do this technique all over your face, anywhere on your body, anywhere you do want, but usually kind of the typical type freckles are, they have the thicker around the nose and then they kind of cluster out slowly across under the eyes. I just like tapping the product down on top of my freckles, and like I said earlier, if you don't have freckles, go off of a picture. Kind of look at how people's freckles look naturally and just simulate that with makeup. Know what I'm saying? So you can see I'm making some of them bigger. A lot of my freckles on my nose are kind of these big, weird shapes. Oops. And you do not need a lot of product. Apply different pressures on certain freckles. You know, do some really, really light ones that barely show, so you're just like barely tapping your face, and then do some darker ones. Just kind of mess around with it, you know? Oops. If you fuck up a little, oh, that's okay. I fuck up a little a lot. I know that these look super kind of ridiculous right now, but bear with me. Stay with me, guys. We can do it together. Promise. Push me down to the ground. What goes around comes around. You won't put the flame out. You can't get to me. Say what you want to say. So now you can see that the freckles are super dark still. They're super intense. And so there's actually a couple of ways you can kind of lighten them up and make them look a little more natural to your skin. First and foremost, you can use your finger. You can pretty much warm up the product from your finger and just kind of bring your finger up after tapping the product just a little bit. And you don't want to swipe it at all, you don't want to move it around because you want the pigment to stay exactly where it is. You just kind of want to warm it into the skin a little bit. And then what your finger will do is just kind of take off a little bit of the excess product. The only thing about that is sometimes you can, you know, take off a little bit of your foundation or your concealer with it. So we have that way, and then there also, you can take your brush that you did your foundation with, or if you did a beauty blender, and pretty much use the foundation that you already have on your brush, or if you didn't use a brush or you don't want to use your beauty blender, put like the tiniest bit of your foundation color on it, and I mean barely any. You just pretty much want leftover. And just use, I like using this flat kabuki brush, this is the G6 from Morphe, and just tap the freckles. I almost forgot the word. And what this will do, again, you're not swiping, is just help lift a little bit of the pigment and put a little bit of your foundation down on top so the color isn't as dark. If you don't want to use your liquid foundation, you can use a powder. This is the Anastasia powder in Banana. And I'm just doing the exact same thing but with powder. Or if you're like me, you'll just use all three techniques. So there's times where I need my finger to get right on a certain freckle. And if you completely fuck up, then just kind of swipe the product away and that freckle is gone. So as you can see, this is a very, very light freckle application. I am going to go back in again just to add some more because now that these are all light, I want to add a little bit of some darker ones in. So we gonna do that. I want to focus more of the freckles on my nose, which I've already said, but I felt it needed to be said again. Oh my god, it's so itchy. Oh my god. Gotta tap that itch out. I gotta tap that shit. I gotta scratch my itch up. I also use this to put a little bit of pigment in my little beauty mark scar thing. Because I think that thing is cute as fuck. Just to kind of lighten up a few more of these. Also, you know, you could kind of change up the colors a little bit depending on your hair. Maybe, you know, you could have like auburn freckles if you're more of like on the ginger side. But if you're a ginger, I'm sorry, because you have no soul. I have green hair and I want to put green and blue freckles all over my face. Ooh. I kind of want to do that now. And there you have it, my freckle routine. It always changes up. I don't ever keep my freckles in the exact same spots. They move around a lot. You've probably seen in pictures. My freckles look one way one day, then completely different the next, mainly because I'm just kind of going off of my freckles and I'm just adding some where I think look good that day. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. It was quick and easy, and I hope that you just go freckle crazy, put freckles all over your face and your butt and your, I don't know, everywhere. Just put freckles all over. Please do subscribe to see other videos and to stay up to date with what I do with my life.